So imagine a city that, perfectly blends ancient traditions with this really bustling modern vibe.
Yeah, a place known for stunning temples,
Yep.
markets, mountains.
Exactly. But what's actually happening there right now? Day-to-day stuff that's shaping its future.
Well, today we're taking that deep dive into the heart of Chiang Mai, Thailand. Our mission, really, is to pull out the most important nuggets from the very latest local news.
Right, specifically the top 10 stories from just the past 12 hours as of July 7th, 2025.
So you're going to get a rapid, but hopefully well-informed snapshot. It's a city dealing with, well, everything from tropical storms to big shifts in tourism.
All while trying to keep its unique charm. We'll unpack the key events, maybe reveal some surprising details, and sort of connect the dots for you.
The goal is you walk away feeling informed about this really dynamic city without getting bogged down in, information overload.
Okay, let's begin this deep dive.
Right. Kicking things off, the most immediate story is literally hanging over Chiang Mai. It's the weather,
Yeah, our first source is saying Thailand's bracing for Tropical Storm Danis and a strong southwest monsoon.
which means for northern Thailand, including Chiang Mai, there's a 70% chance of heavy downpours.
Flash floods, rough seas possible until tomorrow. That's a pretty significant alert for the region, isn't it?
It is, but what's really insightful here isn't just the warning, but how quickly Chiang Mai mobilizes.
Oh, okay.
Story number 2 links right into this. Volunteers, municipal crews, they're already out stacking sandbags.
Already. Wow.
Yeah, building sand dams near the Ping River, especially around the Night Bazaar area, you know, bolstering flood defenses.
That's fast.
It really is. This
Yeah.
rapid response, it reflects this deeply ingrained community resilience, almost like muscle memory from past floods. It just kicks in instantly. That's a real differentiator for the city, I think.
That proactive approach is definitely noteworthy, and it kind of makes you wonder how prepared are they for other things, less visible threats like public health.
Well, that brings us to nugget number 3 from the past 12 hours. It's from the Chiang Mai Provincial Public Health Office.
Okay, what's the update?
They're monitoring new Quampox cases,
Yeah.
the virus formerly called monkeypox. They're urging vigilance and awareness because infections are rising.
Right. That highlights that delicate balance, doesn't it? Keeping people informed, but not causing unnecessary panic.
Exactly. It's a challenge many cities face with emerging health stuff. And speaking of public guidance, our fourth story touches on a pretty sensitive social issue.
Ah, the one about begging.
Yes. The Minister of Social Development has publicly asked locals and tourists not to give money directly to beggars in Chiang Mai and other cities.
Suggesting donations through official aid programs instead.
Yeah.
Well, you see the dilemma in tourist areas, but it's rare to get such a direct public appeal, right?
It really is. And this directive, it isn't just about donating smart. It kind of exposes this global tension you see in tourist hotspots.
You mean the urge to help versus.
Exactly. Versus the complex, long-term policy goal of dismantling systems that might actually exploit vulnerable people. It forces a rethink about how effective systemic aid is best delivered. It's tricky.
It certainly is. Okay, shifting gears a bit from social policy to something impacting regional travel updates. Story number 5.
Right. This is about Myanmar Airways International, MAI. They've announced their Phnom Penh flights will move to the new Teco International Airport in September.
Okay, and the Chiang Mai connection.
Their Chiang Mai routes are expected to follow suit later this year.
So just a scheduling change?
Well, it seems minor, but it's actually like a small tremor in the bigger picture of Southeast Asian aviation. It signals this accelerating trend of new regional hubs popping up
Ah, I see.
and established routes getting reevaluated. Could mean Chiang Mai's connectivity becomes, perhaps, less dependent on the old historical pathways. Interesting times for regional air travel.
Definitely something to watch. Now, while some stories highlight challenges, our next nugget is genuinely uplifting. It's about biodiversity.
Oh, the Cerro sighting. Yes, story number 6. Wildlife watchers in the Chiangdao Wildlife Sanctuary recently celebrated seeing a rare Cerro near the summit of Doi Luang.
How rare are we talking?
Pretty rare. It's more than just a nice anecdote. A Cerro sighting like this is a really significant, encouraging sign of ecological health.
So it suggests conservation is working up there.
It strongly suggests that, yeah. Despite development and tourism pressures, conservation efforts in places like Doi Luang seem to be bearing fruit. It allows these rare species not just to survive, but maybe even thrive. It's a great testament to the natural beauty they're trying to protect.
That's fantastic news. And speaking of value, Chiang Mai places on its heritage. moving from natural wonders to historical ones. Story 7.
Yes, this concerns the historic Chiang Mai White Elephant Monument near the old city gate. Repairs are underway because of some structural damage.
But people are still visiting.
Oh, yes. Locals continue to pay respects, leaving flowers, saying prayers, even while the restoration work is happening.
That really highlights the city's commitment, doesn't it, to preserving its heritage?
Absolutely. And the fact locals still engage with the site during repairs just underscores how important that monument is. It's a real spiritual and cultural touchstone for the community, showing that deep connection to the past.
Okay, now broadening the view onto the global stage. Number 8 sounds like a big one for Chiang Mai's international profile.
Yeah, it is. According to MAC reports, that's meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions. Chiang Mai is set to host 6 major international conferences in 2025.
6. Wow. What field?
A real mix: engineering, medicine, environment, social sciences.
So what's the significance here?
What's fascinating is seeing Chiang Mai really solidify its position as a global MICE destination. Securing these conferences brings prestige, sure, but also significant economic benefits.
And intellectual exchange, I guess.
Exactly. It signals a city growing beyond just tourism, diversifying its appeal as an international hub for knowledge and business.
Right. And thinking about that kind of growth, Story 9 looks at infrastructure, right? The light rail project.
That's the one. The ambitious 35 kilometers, 3-line light rail project. It's meant to link the airport, the university, the hospital, the stadium.
Big project. Is it actually happening?
Well, it's still moving forward with a target launch in 2027. The catch is final funding is still pending.
Okay. So it's aspirational, but not quite locked in yet.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But even with that uncertainty, the project itself shows this really ambitious, forward-thinking vision for Chiang Mai's urban mobility and connectivity.
Preparing for future growth, easing traffic.
Precisely. Enhancing quality of life for everyone. It's definitely a long-term play. Shows the city investing or wanting to invest in its future.
Okay, finally, number 10. This one sounds challenging. A crucial economic indicator.
Yeah, this is about tourism numbers. Thailand saw Chinese arrivals plunge by 34% in the first half of 2025.
34%. That's huge.
It is. And now tourism bodies in Chiang Mai are, understandably, devising campaigns to try and revive interest from China's massive travel market.
What do you see as the immediate challenge there, trying to reverse that trend?
Well, it's a profound challenge because it really highlights the city's reliance on international tourism and specifically the huge impact of shifts in a major market like China.
So it's not just about getting any tourists back.
No, the immediate challenge is not just attracting numbers, but really understanding the changing demands and travel behaviors of Chinese visitors now, post-pandemic, and then being agile enough to diversify their tourism strategies to try and mitigate these kinds of significant economic shocks. It's a tough adjustment.
Wow. Okay, so that's the top 10. Quite a mix. So when you step back, what does this all mean for Chiang Mai right now?
Well, we've certainly navigated a fascinating landscape today. You've got the city bracing for heavy monsoon rains, reinforcing flood defenses along the Ping.
That immediate practical response.
Right. And then on the other hand, celebrating that rare Cirro sighting on Doi Long, which is, a fantastic sign of ecological health.
And we saw a city being vigilant about public health with MPOX, while also trying to guide social support constructively with the advice about donations to beggars.
It's also clearly a city building for the future. You have those Myanmar Airways flight changes coming up, and that really ambitious light rail project still aiming for 2027, even with the funding, question mark.
Yeah, and we observed that sort of dual identity. It's becoming this growing global hub, securing those 6 big international conferences for next year.
Across really diverse fields, too. Engineering, medicine.
But at the same time, it's facing that significant challenge, the big drop, that 34% fall in Chinese tourists in the first half of this year.
And through all of that, it still deeply honors its heritage, with the ongoing repairs of the Chiang Mai White Elephant Monument, where locals, continue to pay respects every day.
So, pulling it all together, what does this whole mosaic of current events in Chiang Mai tell us about that intricate dance between nature, development, culture, economy, all happening in a rapidly evolving global city?
That's the core question, isn't it?
Yeah. And given these different challenges and advancements we've just talked about, what do you think is maybe the single most defining characteristic of Chiang Mai's resilience right now? And maybe how could its local experiences offer some insights for other cities around the world facing similar pressures?